Now we move from diagnosing AI readiness to making transformation executable. You'll see how assessment findings become prioritized initiatives, phased roadmaps, governance and architecture decisions, and an operating model that helps AI scale responsibly across the enterprise. With the foundation in place, adoption, governance, risk, security, compliance, and trust, we can turn assessment results into action. This means sequencing initiatives, choosing the right operating model, planning implementation, and defining a target state the enterprise can realistically execute. A readiness assessment is valuable only when it leads to action. The findings show where maturity is low, controls are weak, risks are concentrated, and capabilities are constrained. The roadmap turns that diagnosis into sequenced initiatives, accountable owners, funding needs, and measurable outcomes. From there, execution modernizes the operating model by clarifying how governance, risk, security, compliance, architecture, and business teams work together. The bridge from assessment to transformation is prioritization, sponsorship, and accountability. A strong AI transformation roadmap is not a wish list of tools. It is a sequencing model. The first question is, which initiatives create value while reducing material risk? From there, factor in regulatory deadlines, control gaps, technical dependencies, and organizational readiness. Foundational capabilities should come before advanced use cases when they are prerequisites. The goal is disciplined momentum. Move fast where conditions are ready, and move first where exposure is greatest. Roadmap decisions become easier when every initiative is evaluated consistently. Begin with maturity gaps, then score each candidate for business value, urgency, risk reduction, dependency importance, and execution complexity. This separates mandatory regulatory or risk remediation from innovation opportunities. For example, AI model inventory and risk tiering may score high because they reduce compliance exposure and enable later controls. Revisit the scores regularly, because risks, regulations, and business goals will keep changing. AI transformation works best when the sequence follows dependency, not excitement. First come the essentials: inventory, risk classifications, governance owners, and baseline policies. Next are the capabilities that make control real, including secure architecture patterns, monitoring, assurance, and evidence collection. Only then should high-risk use cases move through formal controls, reviews, and accountability. Modernization can run in parallel, but it should align to readiness, funding cycles, and the dependencies that determine what can safely scale. A roadmap turns AI ambition into managed execution. Anchor it in outcomes leaders care about: trust, compliance, lower risk, and scale. Then translate maturity gaps into initiatives with clear scope: owners, dependencies, timelines, funding, and success measures. Balance technology work with operating model changes, because tools alone do not transform behavior. Organize delivery into quarterly waves with governance reviews and KPI reporting, so executives can steer while teams continue adapting. Enterprise AI changes the operating model, not just the technology stack. Someone must own model behavior, data quality, security design, risk decisions, and independent assurance. Those responsibilities need decision forums with real authority, not informal coordination. The aim is integrated oversight, where AI reviews become part of architecture, security, legal, compliance, procurement, and business approval processes. When accountability is shared across business, IT, risk, and control teams, AI can move faster because governance is built into delivery. Effective AI governance needs forums with decision rights, not just advisory groups. An executive council sets strategy, funding priorities, risk appetite, and major policy decisions. Domain boards handle the details across model risk, security, privacy, compliance, and responsible AI. Escalation is critical. High-risk use cases, incidents, control gaps, and regulatory exposure must reach the right level quickly. Every decision should leave a log and evidence trail, so accountability survives audits and leadership changes. AI accountability breaks down when everyone is involved, but no one owns the decision. A RACI model helps by separating who builds, who approves, who is consulted, and who stays informed. Business owners remain accountable for outcomes. Product and technical teams deliver the solution. Risk, compliance, legal, and security shape guardrails. Audit provides independent assurance. The goal is not bureaucracy. It is clear decision rights, faster escalation, and evidence that governance is actually working. Modern AI governance is not a one-time approval gate. It is a continuous operating model. Each AI use case should capture the vendor, data sensitivity, model type, and risk tier. That classification then drives the required controls, reviews, approvals, and monitoring. After deployment, telemetry and KPIs track behavior, security events, policy violations, and exceptions. Assurance teams use the same evidence stream for audits, compliance reporting, control testing, and incident response. Architecture is where AI governance becomes executable. Roadmaps should define standard patterns for LLM applications, RAG, agents, APIs, data pipelines, and monitoring. Those patterns should connect directly to controls, such as identity, logging, policy enforcement, provenance, and evidence capture. This prevents every team from inventing its own risk model. Architecture review boards then become a practical gate, approving designs that are secure, observable, compliant, and reusable across the enterprise. AI transformation often breaks down in predictable ways. Teams buy tools before redesigning governance and workflows. They reuse software controls that were never built for prompt injection, hallucination, leakage, or model misuse. Initiatives spread everywhere without prioritization or sequencing. Leaders may also treat AI as an IT rollout, rather than an enterprise operating model change. The stronger pattern is integrated. Modernize controls, clarify ownership, sequence high-value use cases, and align people, process, governance, and culture. An executive-ready transformation plan turns AI ambition into a governed operating model. Maturity scoring gives leaders a clear view of the current state, target state, and urgency. Initiatives should then connect to control modernization, regulatory readiness, security architecture, and trust. The roadmap needs to show phases, owners, milestones, dependencies, budget, and KPIs. Governance stays visible through dashboards that track progress, risk reduction, compliance posture, and business enablement, so decisions remain timely and accountable. AI transformation succeeds when readiness insights become sequenced action, not tool shopping. Prioritize by value, urgency, risk, dependencies, controls, and feasibility. Then embed governance, security, monitoring, workflows, and accountable roles into the operating model. Next, we move into continuous AI governance at scale and the capstone applications.